Hello, everyone. This is Ernest with True North Project. Today, I want to discuss and dive into why resistance shows itself when you choose not to drift anymore. Last week, I made a video regarding drifting, and I was left with many thoughts since that last video. And I wanted to shine a couple of things, a couple of thoughts that I had after that video in regards to resistance and what it shows when you choose to not drift through life anymore. Let's dive, let's dive right into them. Resistance appears when you stop drifting because direction disrupts the system that kept your life predictable. If you can imagine yourself just going down the river in a canoe and you suddenly decide to change directions, that current will show some resistance because you have chosen to not go with the flow of things. This is pretty much how it is on everyone's day-to-day life. When you choose to do something differently, you will always find some sort of resistance. And when that resistance finds you, it will challenge your conviction to that said direction that you're choosing to. This is just to shine cognition into this phenomena, if you will. It's okay to have resistance. It shows that you're doing the right thing according to your beliefs. Let's move on to the next one. Drifting feels calm because nothing is being chosen, questioned, or challenged. This is a little bit similar to the last thought that I had. As we drift through life, everything is comfortable. Everything works perfectly. It's like a cogwheel in a watch. Everything is smooth sailing. Everything works. Everybody knows what role they play within a system and what they're supposed to do. As soon as you choose to do something differently, the system is going to go into shock and you're going to have some friction, people questioning you, and things of that nature. This is a normal process and a normal part of life. Let's move on to the next one. The moment you assert your authorship, your identity, routines, and relationships also encounter friction. I feel like this is not often talked about because when we choose to change ourselves, we always just think of us. But in reality, we're really changing us and we're changing the environment that we present ourselves in. And if we have relationships, friendships, a significant other, maybe kids, parents, and colleagues, and everyone that you interact with, and you have been doing this for many years on end, and you suddenly decide to change, they will always be a sort of challenge, and they will also have their own questions, and they will feel your drift, your change of direction from your regular routine. And when you get this type of friction, it's also going to challenge you to see if you are really convicted in the change that you're wanting to make. And if you are convicted, you will continue to go against that friction and continue your path, or that same friction and that resistance will force you to get back into that routine life that you had before. Again, this is a very normal consequence of changing directions. Again, we're just shining light to what it's normal, the normal process of changing directions. Next, resistance is not a signal that something is wrong, but evidence that something is changing. As you change, as you are transcending your old self to your newer self, you will continue to evolve. You will continue to have the questions and provide yourself with answers and involve yourself into this way of thinking that's going to be so much different than what you were once before. And again, you're just growing, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just displaying that you have transcend one hurdle after the next one, and you move into the direction that you wanted to achieve. Let's move on to the last thought that I had here. If no resistance appears, it is likely because no real direction has been chosen. This is often not talked about as well. And we can put this into a simpler example. Let's say a fitness example. New Year's resolution. People tend to have this profound self of changing new year, new me type of mentality. And we often see this with the gym memberships. People choose to go to the gym. They tend to work out very hard for maybe a week, 2 weeks, a month, maybe even 3 months. But as that continues on, they slowly start leaving that new sense of direction that they were trying to correct. And they often find themselves going back into the old habits that they had, justifying um, why they usually change back to and revert back to the old ways. And this is also a evidence that your conviction in changing may not have been assertive enough within yourself or around other individuals. There's a plethora of reasons of why that could happen. And again, this is just a way of just having that thought and being able to question yourself and figuring out how you can truly make a difference in changing directions. Let me know what you think. Did these thoughts resonate with you? And if so, please leave a comment and I'll make sure to reply to your comments. Thank you